So good day everyone, Happy New Year. This will be my first analysis for 2021. Gonna start off with GU. Right, let me go to you're seeing this was a clear uptrend. Right, let me go to the day chart. So this has been buying basically since April the 1st, somewhere around there. So again, remember, we're looking at zones and we're looking for channels. First thing I see is here's a zone, here was a zone. Right. We copy that trend line. Right, we get our next channel here, got the bounce here, realize it came back here, came back to the resistance. Right, it's not much of a channel. If you go down to the lower time frame, you will see how much up and down you got into this channel here. Because of the day time frame, you wouldn't see that, but this is a channel here. As you can see, it came back up, respected here as well. So let's see what else we could okay, so and look at that. So again, on the day time frame, came in here, came down to support, came back up, you got a fake out, came back into the channel, you have the support and the trend line here, got a next fake out, big fake out actually, but look at this, it just keeps coming back into this channel. Right, came back here again. Is a little messy down here, but if you look to pull, so if you realize here it was only coming out, it was some sort of support. Right, came back in to the channel, it got the support here, even off the trend line, came back up, hit the resistance, and you realize it keep doing that. So this channel is very strong. Now we at this point where, as I said, this is a strong zone. This was a strong zone too. You see you have a double top there, as way back as May the 16th 2018, and you got the support. So you realize it broke the support, came back up. So this is a strong support as here as well. Right, and what we look is for confluence. We got the top of this channel here, which is lining up with this zone. You got top of the channel here, which is also lining up with this zone. And remember what I keep saying, anytime you see this cross here, you're going to get some sort of reaction. How big the reaction will be, can't tell, but you would get a reaction. You look for these kinds of entries. This is where you'll get your pinpoint entries. Because it has been buying for so long, I am looking for a good sell from off of this zone here. All right. If you're quoted from the top here, so this is where, like, okay, if you're not at your computer and you cannot market execute, you set a limit to here, and well, I won't use a stop loss like this. So this is where you'll go down to the lower time frame and look for a proper entry and take it off of that. You're looking to come to at least this zone again, but I think it might break that zone and come down even lower over a period of time. But this is the day, so we could go down to a lower time frame now. Let's go back to the higher time frame. Just to show you all exactly how it looks. Let's look at the forward. Forwards just reiterating what it is we saw in the on the daily time frame. If you do want to pull a next trend line to give you even more confirmation, now remember, you're not just pulling lines for pulling lines sake. You have to look at points that just keep meeting there and clear, right? Notice what happened again. This was a crosshair. What happened? It sold 400 pips from there. So if we look to go back in the future, and we would have had this trend line drawn from the daily, and this, we have been looking at this either on the daily as well, or even if you wanted to come down to the forward, and you realize after it touched this point, this point, this point, so you pull a trend line, right? Could have sold from here, but you see this confirmation here from the daily, then this trend line intercepted here, right? You could have sold. That is to show that you could just set it up in a way that you set your limits, or you wait for it, that you know that it's going to come around here and you're going to sell. The same thing for here. Realize what happened. Now, it will be a little off sometimes. On the higher time frame, you realize it sold close to this area here, right? So sometimes you need to monitor it, but look at this. Again, is all here could consider a cross because of the higher time frame. So if you sold from here, you'd have already been up. Actually sold initially 100 and I think 30 pips, and it came back up, right? It gave you a little retracement. So it broke a zone here. You have to see if it retests the zone and come back down. You could trade it like that, but I would go down again to the lower time frame. So you see, broke the zone. You have to see what takes place here, if it's going to retest this and then come back down. So what will happen, right? Actually faked out and came back down. 30 minutes. Seen it break it down clearer now. Broke the zone, it's retesting now. testing now, so maybe you could sell and have a stop loss of about 37 to 40 pips. That's not my way of trading. I don't like those big stop loss, but so I'm not going to take that. I'll go down to the lower time frame again. Every time we break it down more to the lower time frame, you could see where the zones was broken. Right, you keep getting it testing. You realize it's on the trend line. This was a zone on the lower time frame. It's also a zone on the higher time frame. Respected it, came down, broke it, got a retest, broke here, you got a retest again. Honestly, I still don't have an entry. What I would like to see is something like maybe my consolidate until it reach about here, and then that might give me the confidence to sell from there. But I personally won't take the trade there. I'm going to the lower time frame again. I'm going to continue until I see something that will. We could do this trade down to the minute, and I have an example for you later on. So as we are right here, I could see this actually buying, coming back up to here, and then selling. Reason being, right, coming back up to this area, maybe here, and then so just to readjust this. Something like that, but we cannot force it right now. Wait to see what happens here. If it comes back up here, I would say it's a definite sell. Don't force it. Alright, so let's leave that alone, but we have a lot of possibilities that could happen with this. We just need to wait to see what it does, and we will react off of that. Okay, so back up, watch this. Right, so personally, I took this trade this morning about an hour ago, and you notice I was on the 5 minutes. I took it with 8 pip stop loss, gain sold off when I came here, it already made this move. So I made it here. I would have liked to get a nut up here. As you see, it's right by the cross, right? And it sold immediately. So I will start from the daily time frame and show you how it is I broke this down. So once again, pull your trend lines. Realize it lines up with the zone each and every time. You could copy your trend line, pull it to the next set of points you see that are zones. So sometimes you mightn't see this as a zone, but I'm sure if I pull, watch, because I do this on a regular basis, it comes natural to me. So I could see it without pulling any line sometimes. It is a zone. You have your points. It came down to here. Realize it's a daily, this is a daily trend line, right? Meaning this is a very strong trend line. It came up to that point that I sold. All right, again, you see it keep respecting here. Notice, again, points. Realize what had happened when it crossed here. It bought. I just want to show you the importance of the cross. Once again, I could keep showing it over and over. 400 pips. Watch this again. Cross here. You get a cool 380 pips. Keep doing that over and over. You go down to the lower time frame. Now the lower time frame is for the entries to get your tight stop loss. Be moving this into profit, yeah. I'm hoping that it breaks here. Hoping it breaks here and at least come down to here. Right, but my stops are in profit already. So that was 8 pips for 26 so far. All right. So what I did for the entry, when it is saw that it came off the daily time frame, I pulled. I didn't see an entry on the 4-hour, so I kept going down. You're starting to see, watch the channel here. Watch that cross, the zone, it sold, right? Once it comes on and break this area, this is a strong zone, this is the 200 EMA, breaks here, retest, it wouldn't sell. Lower time frame, let's go again. See the channel looking. So when I went down to the 5 minutes now, right, minimize it for you. Look at that. It's constantly in this channel. 1, 2. You have pressure from both sides. Now, why it is I choose to sell, it might have well broken this channel, right? And kept on buying. But something you have to look at days, right? It was selling for days, right? Now I was marking this pair a few days, a few weeks, and I got the sell from here, and it came straight down to my take profit, which was, yeah, you have to go for the higher time frame. It hit 2 take profits and came back up, and this is the retracement. So keep buying for these. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 days you have to get some sort of reversal, right? So that is a next reason why. So besides the confirmation of this confluence here where the cross meet and you have the confluence of the zone, trend lines, right? That is why I choose to sell. As I said, I sold here, and stop loss was right above here, which was around 8 pips, right? Currently up 31 pips. So you already make your 1 to 2 ratio then, your 1 to 3 ratio. If I want, I could close it off, but as I said, I am going for a lower zone. So initially, now you'll have to go back to one of my earlier videos where I said this was going to sell at least 300 pips. We didn't get that move. It sold from here, right? I called the sell from here the first time. It sold to here. Right, so we got a 100 pip move, and realize you got the retracement up to here, which was the cross, and it's going to sell. Could be wrong, but again, once you get the proper entry, you manage your risk, and with those tight stop loss, you will always come out on top. So I think I will stick with these so far as the week now start off. I'm not gonna look at all the other pairs I've listed below. I'm just gonna stick with this. Hope it plays out in our favor, and probably I will give an update maybe later tonight or Wednesday. Let's see how it goes.